The term Gothic Luxury was like a mood for me. It wasn't the original name. The original name I thought of was like gonna be Cursed. I honestly thought the original name was gonna be Cursed. Because it was about...
Cool, because Curse ties into Gothic Luxury.
Yeah.
And it was about generational curses, really. I wanted to,
Break
you know...
them.
But then I also thought, etymology, the power of words. Words are so powerful that naming the album Cursed and living with that, and like I was
I'm glad you thought
I don't know
about
if
that.
I want to put that onto myself, to be honest, and that's why I kind of like moved away from that name. And Gothic Luxury was like the texture, the sound, the aesthetic. That was the mood that I created. I even Googled the term and no one's ever used it before like that, and I made sure like I did my research on it first because it felt original when I said it. And every time I said it to someone, they were like, you gotta use that.
Yeah.
And because everyone kept saying you gotta use it, that's one of the few things for the album that I was like, everyone is right. I don't wanna name the album something that would put something in your head first. Melt My Eyes, I don't know what that means. Like, not to say it like that, when I first hear it, I've had my own interpretation. It's a good title, so it doesn't force
Perspective.
Yeah.
and I don't want to force because I have a preconceived notion about me, which is darkness, death, the acid, the devil. The niggas literally think I fuck with the devil. I've never met that nigga in my life, bro. He don't be in Flatbush, bro. Like he want nothing with me. Like my family still live in the hood, guys. I'm not in the, I'm not Illuminati. Come on.
You hear Gothic Luxury and you don't even need to hear anything else. You can kind of see a picture in your head. When you told me the title of the album, I had like a whole picture in my head already.
Same. I picture you in a black suit.
Yeah.
We was talking about like Maybach music and stuff like that too.
Facts.
When we was on talking about Gothic Luxury and just having those epic sounding like beats that they had on like albums like Teflon Don and
Deep in a Rap,
Deep in a Rap.
Teflon Don, every Rick Ross album. That was like me and you talked about that a lot, and you, because we talked about our goal on this album, which we did not get done.
Yeah, I know.
Outside of getting the album done was getting Rick Ross, getting a song of Ross. I don't talk about it much, but he was one of the driving forces for me, like inspiration-wise for the album. I love his sonics. Like he picks very good beats, and like you use the word luxury, hip hop. Who else do you think of when you think of luxury?
Rick Ross, Jay-Z.
If in a perfect world, I would have Rick Ross narrate my next Got the Luxury too. He would narrate. He would narrate the album.
GL too.
You know, but like that's we talked about that, and like we bonded over our love for Rick Ross's music. Yeah. And it's funny because everybody I brought that up to, they were like,
I love it.
I get it, and I hear it, and I love Ross, and this makes sense. And it's like his shit feels so plush and so rich, and he knows how to use his voice, that bravado.
Yeah, no sacrilege. I feel like, you know, there's a parallel between him and Big. I'm not gonna hold, because like being from Brooklyn, you know when you recognize that. You know what I'm saying? Like what Biggie made us feel back then when we was kids. Ross kind of does the same thing.
No, not kinda. He do it.
He does it.
He did do that for like just kids growing up in like Carrot City and Miami. You know what I'm saying?
But that thing is not just Miami, bro.
Yeah, for him to reach to Brooklyn, where it's like
Yeah.
a Brooklyn kid could recognize that je ne sais quoi that, you know, these artists have, that it's like, nah, he got it. Like every word he says.
When we bonded over Ross, bro, we literally was playing songs back to back and saying every word to each other.
Yeah,
ain't gotta do it Miami or Brooklyn, bro. Gotta do it.
We just fuck with that artist. Yeah. And it was just like, we was listening to Maybach Music 1, Maybach Music 2, Maybach Music 3, and we was like, bro, this is like the trilogy. Like, you know, even though he made like a 4 and a 5, it's just like, bro, those first 3, we was like, that sound.
That texture, how that carries on, that's what we need to try to,
you know,
that feeling that we have to try to achieve. And it's not the lifestyle, it's the
richness. It's the richness of the beat.
Texture, bro. I'm not Rose. I'm not gonna let that light, but that texture though, I want you to listen and be like, oh nah, this shit feel like money. It feel like money. It feel rich. It feel good. You ever eat really rich food before? Where you're like,
You ever eat Chilean sea bass?
You ever eat Chilean sea bass by Chef J?
Chef
Like, this might be too rich for me. Like that's what I wanted the album to feel like. With some, that's what Curse was like to me. It was like, I'm gonna make sure this, which is crazy because Curse was a beat I found on YouTube.
Yeah.
Shout out to you,
DJ Payne.
Shout out to DJ Payne. Like for that to be that and that be like that texture. It also shows the influence of somebody like Rick Ross for I don't think I typed this, but I'm almost certain that was under Rick Ross type beat.
Oh my God.
I'm almost certain it has to be.
Yeah.
It feels too good.
Yeah.
When a beat feels that good, it's a Rick Ross type beat for me personally. And like, shout out to Rose for that, because that's like very, very important. The time that I made this album was like one of the most craziest times in human history.
That part. Yeah.
Like, you gotta remember, you've done a solo album before, so like you're comfortable in that zone. I've never been alone ever in my life, ever. I've never made an album ever in my life alone. I have a few songs alone, bro. I have 4. My whole career, guys. So for me, it's like, it's so interesting doing something like that and then having like to feel comfortable having people next to you. Like, you're so used to your, Eric and I've known Eric since I was 4 years old.
Damn.
I've known you since 4th grade.
Damn.
So for me to feel comfortable with making music with a nigga I just met, you know that y'all are good people, 1, and 2 is like, you guys gave me an energy to kind of like feel comfortable and like also challenge myself. And I don't feel like I was challenging myself where I was like, I'm around a bunch of new people, we don't really vibe, I'm gonna figure it out. It's like, nah, I'm around new people and we vibe crazy. It's kind of weird right now. You wanna hear the list of the producers I've worked with in my life? Eric Elliott, Dr. Genius, James Blake, The RZA. Like, I work personal levels with people like that. It's kind of like, I don't even understand.
Don't forget Powers too.
Of course.
Powers Pleasant.
But like, for people that have locked in, Powers took me off a song and put fucking ASAP Ferg on. And I'll never fucking forgive you. I'm joking. I love you, Powers. There's mad niggas out, but like, the thing that comes with those people's name even is kind of like a thing you have to, if somebody hears you locked in the studio with certain people, they're expecting some shit from you.
That's true.
And 2 of those people I locked in with James Blake and did the whole album. I didn't fucking release anything. Oh my God. But I learned so much. Yep. What he taught me was not to be married to ideas. That was the best thing he taught me, was like, bro, no, you like this? What's gonna hurt for you to try this other thing? We got this here. You did it in the raspy voice, try it in the soft voice. One time he told me to change my voice on the verse, and I said, I hate doing this shit, but I'm gonna do it for you, let's see. And I did it, and it worked, and I hated the fact that he was right. But he was right. And that taught me like, oh, I'm in right hands, bro. Yeah. I like to be taught, because everyone I'm around me looks at me like I know what I'm doing. So when a nigga shows me I don't know what I'm doing, I'm like, damn, yes. Yeah. So I love shit like that. So for me, I feel like I'm very spoiled. And not only that, I got friends that do music that's like to have somebody like you at my side to be like, just selflessly trying to help someone. You don't really realize how that's like rare, bro. Niggas don't really care. You do that and you're never afraid to show it. I found my strength because you helped me show me like, yo, talk your patois, nigga. Yo, say this. Yo, you showed me what my strength was and put a magnifying glass on it while the sun was out and was like, yeah, and that's what niggas have to do more of. Like,
Cause it was more so like when we would hang out and we would chill when we was in Brooklyn, when I would come to your crib, you know what I'm saying? We would be talking mad shit, and then next thing you know, you break out in the patois and be like, nigga, let's go over there, go get a fucking Jamaican patty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted you to talk that shit on there because, bruh, like, you literally, it's part of you. It's literally in you to do it. And people gotta see that side of you. Like, yeah, you do all this shit, you do all this music, but at the same time, nigga, you are of Jamaican descent. And you just,
I gotta show it.
You gotta show that shit.
But you need people around you sometimes to remind you, here's the mirror. You know, sometimes if you be like this in front of the mirror all day, bro, that vision that you see, it can either get burned into your head where you know it's like the back of your hand. So sometimes the niggas really gotta be like, let me take this away from you and let me tell you what I think you look like. Like, this is what it really is right here. And you do that.
I was like, we gonna make sure that Gothic Luxury and Melt, whatever song, whatever fucking platinum, it goes gold or whatever, we gotta make sure we fill up that wall.
Facts.
Period. Like, we gotta make sure we fill up that wall.
So much times we look at just what we want to do and our goals are so selfish, and like, I realize as I get older, I'm an only child, bro, none of my goals are selfish goals. Outside of me wanting to have one place for me to go to ignore everybody, everything that I look at is like, I want to get a house for me and my family. I want to do this with me, Eric, and Juice, and this. I want to do this with my whole neighborhood. I want me and Denzel to do this. Me and Donnie. Everything is very big. All my ideas are communal. Like, it's like, I want to build this there's something that we've never had, and I feel like in our culture, where they fucked up with the generation before us.
Yo, that's
Very important that we do that with each other. Is like, I want to make sure that we help strengthen and bring each other to the next plateau and the next level, because it's not just about you and me, it's about
us. Yeah, that's
Thank you. I'm one of the best performers of this generation. What century is it? Whatever century it is, I'm one of the best, baby.
Hold up, my nigga.
No, you're good. You're good.
Hold on, nigga.
You damn good too. I ain't gonna lie. There was one time in Miami we did a show together. Denzel, Shawn versus Zombies.
That shit was hard though.
That was
we
one of
playing that shit though. We playing that.
That was one of the best.
It's on YouTube.
Oh,
Yes.
it's all the whole thing. It was one of the best shows. Can we talk about the features that I got on the album, I guess?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Can we start with Black Thought?
Black
Thought, nigga.
Oh shit, son.
When I got that verse from Black Thought, I was like,
That's it.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a rapper. He also wrote this verse while he was doing a Broadway play. Shout out to Black Thought. That shows you how I can't write a verse while talking to my family. I can't have a solid relationship and do music. So the fact that you're even doing something like that is like, it's crazy. And like another feature I fucking was very excited about. I said it, Busta Rhymes already. That was like, I wanted to explain my science behind this. But the thing that worked for me was like, okay, I don't want to get him on something where you're thinking Busta Rhymes is gonna go. I don't want no triple time, no double time, no quadruple. No,
None of it.
I want it to be slow because I like when someone thinks Denzel is gonna do something that he's not, and he doesn't do what you thought he was gonna do, because he shouldn't live up to your expectations. He should live up to whatever's in his head, and that's big for me for artists. Of like, that's very important that we don't just keep serving people what they think we're supposed to fucking do. Regardless of how it turns out, it may not turn out the best sometimes. But like, it's not our job to keep serving other people. We have a service, don't get me wrong, I appreciate you motherfuckers, but it's a marriage and it's a symbiotic relationship. And
One thing I don't like about it is just like what you were saying. It's just like they'll be like, "Oh, Michi Darko sounds like this. He's not supposed to sound like this. Michi Darko, you supposed to sound like this." Then you do it, bitch.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
How you know what
if you know the blueprint, if you know the blueprint to my success and feeding my family generationally,
Talk about it.
just come here and just take care of me. Come here and take care of me and show me how it's done. That's not how music is done. I hate when I see a comment and a nigga's like, damn, y'all should have threw this. Nigga, no. I shouldn't have threw anybody on this. This is my song, bro. It is what it is. Because not for nothing, before I existed, you didn't even know you liked what I gave you. And people have to understand that. It's like, I am myself, you are you. This food is getting cold.
Hey, oh man, pass me one of them.
You pay good money for this. So,
See y'all hogging up all
Pretty
the
much.
goddamn lamb.
you know,
Damn lamb.
for the next 10 minutes, we're going to talk
Damn
about,
lamb.
I'm going to wrap it up by thanking people. I want to thank Dr. Genius. Because realistically in life, I've never, like, he doesn't know this, but like every time I'm there with him musically, it was always like, whatever this nigga tells me, not say whatever he tells me I'm gonna do, but like kind of like guide me. I'm very headstrong. It's one of the first times in my life I was like, all right, I'm gonna pay attention, I'm gonna listen. Shawn, you're new, you're relatively new to my life. You know, you're a good guy, I like you. I say you're very good at asking questions. You give me the floor, and you do that face you're doing now where you like, you lock in and you listen, and you really listen. You don't hear me, you listen, and you process it, and you give me good information back. And I'm very bad at helping people musically. I feel like I'm good at myself, but like when it comes to other people, I feel like I'm very I'm an asshole. So you taught me how to be better at that. Believe it or not, I took some of your approach, how you talk to me and talk to other people, and I feel like I've helped them with their journey. So the police are looking for me. I stole a Yorkie from the neighbors.
Oh man.
Mr. Curry, I want to thank you for your energy, your camaraderie. I want to thank your pops, Papa Curry, because you know I've looked at my text before and seen your pops text me and I didn't even know, and you know how bad I felt. I feel like I didn't text back my pops. You feel me? So like I appreciate that a lot, and like you did something for me during this album that some people that's known me my whole life didn't do, which was just like literally learn how to be a friend during a crazy time in people's lives. Hopefully, over the years, as time progresses, we've been friends for a while now, we could keep building and making making help building other people's albums, and like
bro.
we're doing this with
well.
each other, and like we help Dot with his next shit, and we help Shawn with his shit, and we just keep helping each other to make the best music possible. So when we all, we old and it's all said and done, regardless of what we sold and what plaques we got, we all comfortable in our musical costume. Whatever that suit is, I want to be comfortable in that. You know what I mean?
Me too.
You know what I mean? I want to wear that cape with pride. So like, I want to thank all you guys for holding me down during this process.
We appreciate you too, Meech.
This
Okay.
is the first round table, maybe not the last. You think we should do this again?
Hell yeah, the fuck.
Chef Jay and
When his
Conversation.
album
Yo,
drops,
thank you for tuning in to the Gothic Luxury Dinner with my boy Michi Darko, with Shawn K, Dr. Genius, and myself. I hope you guys have a good night. Make sure you check out the project, Gothic
Yes.
Luxury.
yes sir.
coming out.
August.
Cheers to that.
August 26th, baby.
There we go. There we go. Cheers, mate. And we out this hole.
I need a refill actually.
I know, I'm faking it. I got a little something.